The easiest multiple choice test ever. This is message 463, and this message is dedicated to Bella Rose. For my mindset acrostic, I made each a question. The mindset acrostic, of course, is an alphabetical list of scripts I tell myself every day, smart storylines I want to live out. And I've written out each on an index card. On one side is the pithy principle I want to remember, and on the other is a question that prompts the principle as the answer. Well, if you were asked the question, how should you act? Or to personalize it, how should I act? What would be your answer? Well, I have several multiple choice answers for you to choose from. And here's the best part. There are no wrong answers. And that's what makes this the easiest multiple choice test ever. So for the question, how should I act? There are three answers I'll give you. Here you go. 1, 2, 3. Answer 1. Should you act as if it were impossible to fail? Dr. Gilbert says these are the three most powerful words in the English language. Act as if. Fake it till you make it. Don't deny it till you try it. Amy Cuddy has the second most watched TED Talk ever. And this is the premise of her talk. And it's also the premise of her book titled Presence. In any given moment, if you learn to maintain a presence of acting as if it were impossible to fail at whatever you're doing, you'll perform better. So, should you act as if it were impossible to fail? That's answer 1. Moving on to answer 2. Should I act the part? Should you act the part? William James is considered the father of modern psychology. This is the foundation of his philosophy. If there's a quality you want, act into it. Act the part. If you want happiness, ask yourself, how do happy people act? And act that way. If you want confidence or willpower, act like you have them. Stand with confidence. Be firm. Nightingale says there was a man who stood in front of a stove and said, "Give me heat and then I'll add the wood." How many men and women do you know who take the same attitude towards life? We've got to put the fuel in before we can expect heat. You have to act the part before you can expect the quality and fruit to grow in your life. So that was answer 2. How should I act? Should you act the part? Finally, answer number 3 to the question, how should I act? Should you act differently than you feel? We've talked about this recently. These are the 5 words that change everything. Do you know that after 9 months of cold plunging, I still resist getting in? You'd think that it would get easier. Nope. Every time is a battle. That's just the way it is. There are an infinite number of things we don't feel like doing, though. They're just commitments that we've made. You have to act differently than you feel. Remember the equation, C greater than F equals R. When your commitment is greater than your feelings, then you'll get the results you want. So mark your answers and turn your paper over. We'll grade this test immediately. If you chose answer 1, raise your hand. How should you act? Answer 1 was act as if it were impossible to fail. Okay, thank you. You can put your hands down. If you chose answer 2, raise your hand. How should you act? Answer 2 was act the part. Okay, thank you. You can put your hands down. If you chose answer 3, raise your hand. Should you act as if it were, answer 3 was act differently than you feel. Very good. Okay, you can put your hands down. Well, congratulations. You just took the easiest multiple choice test ever because you're all correct. All of you will be getting 100%. Class is over. I'll see you tomorrow. You're dismissed.